The foundation of any gingerbread house starts with the right ingredients. Factories source large quantities of high-quality ingredients to produce gingerbread dough at scale. The precise selection of ingredients ensures the flavor, texture, and structural integrity of the final product. Factories often work with suppliers that provide ingredients in bulk. These ingredients are typically delivered in large bags, tanks, or containers to meet the high demand during production. Factories use specific types of flour, often wheat-based, with varying protein levels to ensure the dough holds together well without being too soft. The flour must also have the right gluten content, ensuring the dough maintains elasticity during shaping. Molasses or brown sugar are key ingredients that not only sweeten the gingerbread but also give it the characteristic deep brown color. Molasses in particular contributes to the chewy texture of the dough and enhances moisture retention, helping the baked gingerbread avoid becoming too brittle. Ginger, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg are combined to achieve the warm, aromatic flavor profile associated with gingerbread. Factories use precise measurements of these spices to ensure a consistent taste across all batches. Some manufacturers may add preservatives to extend the shelf life of the gingerbread kits, especially those that need to stay fresh over several months. Additionally, emulsifiers or stabilizers might be included to improve dough consistency and enhance the texture of the final product. Once all ingredients are measured, they are sent to large industrial mixers. These mixers are capable of handling huge volumes of dough at once, ensuring uniformity and consistency. The temperature of the dough during mixing is carefully controlled, as high temperatures can lead to the dough becoming too soft or sticky. Factories often use chilled mixing equipment to keep the dough cool. Achieving the perfect dough consistency is crucial. Too soft, and the dough won't hold its shape during cutting or baking. Too hard, and it will be difficult to roll and shape. The dough must also be pliable enough to roll out without tearing or cracking. In large-scale factories, dough is often prepared in massive batches, weighing hundreds of kilograms. This reduces downtime between production cycles and allows for more efficient use of equipment. After the dough is prepared, it is ready to be rolled and shaped into the components that will make up the gingerbread house. This stage is highly automated in factories, ensuring that every piece is the same size and thickness. Large industrial dough rolling machines flatten the dough into sheets of uniform thickness. Factories must ensure that the dough is rolled evenly to avoid inconsistencies in the final product. The thickness of the dough is crucial because it affects how well the pieces will hold up during assembly. The dough is typically rolled to a thickness of about 1/4 inch, providing enough sturdiness while ensuring the gingerbread is still edible. Rolling machines often come with adjustable settings to fine-tune the thickness based on the product specifications. Factories aim for maximum efficiency in this stage. The dough is rolled in continuous sheets, and conveyor belts move the dough through the rolling machines in a constant flow, minimizing downtime and reducing manual labor. Once the dough is rolled, it's time to cut the shapes that will form the gingerbread house's components. Factories use advanced cutting techniques to ensure precision and uniformity in the pieces. Industrial-grade cookie cutters or specially designed molds are used to cut the dough into the necessary shapes, typically including the front and back walls, side walls, roof panels, and optional decorative pieces like windows, chimneys, and doors. Some factories offer customizable gingerbread house kits, especially for brands or special orders. In these cases, cutting molds are adjusted to create unique designs, such as themed gingerbread houses for specific holidays or events. To reduce waste, factories aim to place the cutting tools as close together as possible on the dough sheet. Any leftover scraps are collected and often re-kneaded back into the dough for future. Baking is a critical phase where the raw dough is transformed into hard, durable gingerbread panels. Large industrial ovens are used in this process, and precise control over temperature and baking time is required to ensure consistent results. Factories use conveyor belt ovens or rack ovens, which are capable of handling large volumes of gingerbread pieces at once. The ovens are designed for even heat distribution, ensuring that each piece of gingerbread is baked uniformly. Baking temperature is carefully monitored. Gingerbread is usually baked at temperatures between 300 degrees Fahrenheit and 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or 150 degrees Celsius to 175 degrees Celsius. Too high a temperature can cause the gingerbread to burn, while too low a temperature can result in underbaked, soft pieces. The baking time varies depending on the size and thickness of the gingerbread pieces. Thinner pieces, like windows or small decorative elements, may only need 8 to 10 minutes, while larger panels such as walls or roofs might require 12 to 15 minutes. Gingerbread for houses is baked until it's firm and slightly crispy. This texture helps ensure that the pieces are strong enough to support the weight of the decorations without collapsing. After baking, the gingerbread panels are transferred to cooling racks. Factories use automated systems to move the baked gingerbread from the oven to the cooling area efficiently. Cooling is done slowly to prevent the gingerbread from cracking. Sudden temperature changes can cause the pieces to warp or break, so they are left to cool at room temperature or moved through temperature-controlled cooling tunnels. Before packaging, the gingerbread pieces must be completely cool to prevent moisture buildup inside the packaging, which could make the gingerbread soft or cause mold growth. A key part of gingerbread house kits is the decorative elements, including royal icing and candies. Factories produce and package these components separately from the gingerbread pieces to ensure freshness and ease of assembly. Royal icing acts as the glue for the gingerbread house. It's made from powdered sugar, egg whites, and sometimes lemon juice or vanilla extract. In a factory, large industrial mixers are used to prepare icing in bulk. The icing must be stiff enough to hold the gingerbread panels together when assembling the house. Factories may use additives or stabilizers to maintain the perfect consistency, ensuring it's neither too runny nor too hard. The royal icing is often packaged into squeeze tubes or piping bags, which are then sealed to keep the icing fresh until the consumer is ready to use it. Factories may also include different colored icing for decoration purposes. Factories either source candies from other manufacturers or produce them in-house. Common candies included in gingerbread house kits are gumdrops, peppermints, sprinkles, and chocolate pieces. The candies are portioned and pre-packaged into small bags which are included in the kit. Some manufacturers may use custom-made candies that align with a specific holiday or brand theme. Maintaining quality is essential in mass production, and gingerbread house factories have strict quality control processes in place. Every step, from ingredient selection to packaging, is monitored to ensure the product meets the highest standards. Gingerbread pieces are inspected for consistency in size, shape, and texture. Defects like cracks, uneven baking, or missing parts can affect the final assembly of the house and result in poor consumer experiences. Factories may conduct random tests to check the strength and durability of the gingerbread panels. These tests involve assembling sample houses to ensure the walls and roofs can withstand the weight of decorations and stay intact during shipping. Factories also conduct sensory tests to ensure that the gingerbread retains its traditional flavor and texture. If the gingerbread tastes off or is too hard to eat, it may be pulled from production. The final step in the factory process is packaging the gingerbread house kits and preparing them for distribution. Packaging plays a critical role in protecting the gingerbread pieces from damage and maintaining freshness. Each gingerbread house kit typically includes the following: pre-cut gingerbread panels like walls, roof, and decorative pieces, royal icing, usually in pre-packaged tubes or piping bags, candy decorations such as gumdrops, peppermints, and more. And finally, assembly instructions with step-by-step diagrams for easy construction. Factories use specialized packaging to ensure the gingerbread pieces don't break during shipping. Some kits may include plastic trays or cardboard dividers to separate the pieces and hold them in place. Additionally, the gingerbread pieces are often vacuum sealed or wrapped in airtight plastic to maintain freshness. Gingerbread house kits are typically packaged in festive, brightly colored boxes with branding and holiday themes. Factories work with design teams to create visually appealing packaging that attracts consumers. Once packaged, the gingerbread kits are stored in warehouses or shipped directly to retailers. Factories must ensure that the kits are handled with care during transportation to avoid breakage. Many factories partner with logistics companies to streamline distribution, especially during peak holiday seasons when demand surges. One of the unique challenges of gingerbread house production is the seasonal nature of demand. Most kits are sold during the holiday season, particularly around Christmas, so factories must ramp up production in the months leading up to the winter holidays. In response to high demand, factories often operate on a 24-hour schedule during peak production times. This ensures that retailers are stocked with enough gingerbread kits to meet consumer demand. Factories must also plan for extended storage of gingerbread kits, especially those produced early in the season. Gingerbread houses have a relatively long shelf life, but proper storage conditions are required to maintain freshness. In addition to standard gingerbread house kits, some factories produce branded kits in collaboration with other companies. For example, they may create themed kits based on popular movie franchises or seasonal events. These custom kits require additional design and production considerations, including special molds, custom packaging, and themed decorations. Once the gingerbread house kits are on store shelves or available online, factories rely on consumer feedback to continuously improve the product. One of the most important aspects of a gingerbread house kit is how easy it is for consumers to assemble. Factories design the pieces and instructions with ease of use in mind, ensuring that even those with minimal baking experience can successfully build the house. Factories often include step-by-step illustrated guides in the kits, showing how to assemble the house and apply the decorations. Some companies even provide video tutorials